What's up, YouTube? Happy Tuesday. CHF here, bringing you another episode of Coaching Handheld Football. And I mentioned it yesterday, but I did put all my training points into Devin Wade. I'm actually relatively close to the 100 overall Brady, so I just want Wade to be serviceable until that happens, at which point I will go ahead and feed him to Antonio Gates, who I went with the +6 catch in traffic. But let's go ahead and kick off today's drives here. And I've got something that you guys have been asking for a while. I am going to give you a coin method at the end of this guide. It's going to be a little one. It's not going to be comprehensive, and it's not going to be like super in-depth. But some of you guys ask how I make my coins, and I'm going to share with you one way that I do that. And I hope you guys like it. It is not the norm for the channel. My channel is gameplay strategy, specifically LVL and tournaments are the main focuses. So let's kick off the drive. We're going to go with trips, corner, strike. Our main read is wide receiver 1 after we set our blocks. The dump off is the slot, but slot's covered, so we're going to hit wide receiver 1 for a big gain. See if we can shake these guys, and we're up to about the 35-yard line. Next here, guys, we are going to go with PA deep attack. On this one, I like to hit wide receiver 1 on the drag route. It's usually open against man or zone. So he's open. We hit him. He gets some yards after the catch, and we're up at about the 23-yard line. We're going to go with strong eye twins, PA fullback flat, where we look to either hit wide receiver 2 on that cross route, or more often the fullback in the flat where we can pick up some yards after the catch. And as you can see, Olawale, I'm really liking him. He's got great catch, great blocking stats, definitely a budget beast gold. Here we're going to flip strong eye PA slide. The deep route is going to be to the tight end Fleener on that deeper drag route, and we take that. The backup would have been the dump off to the fullback in the flat. We're going to flip toss for our 2-point conversion here. We get all the blocks we need, so we're smooth sailing right into the end zone for our first 8 points. So my coin guide, it's nothing crazy. It's a bit of a quick flip investing guide, specifically taking advantage of one day of the week where I look to make somewhere between, maybe 15 to 30% profit over the course of a couple of days. I'm in the finance industry personally, so I'm a big fan of diversification in everything. So, some people will go all in with promos or some particular method, and then if it comes back to bite you, like I know some people probably got bit by the rushing tournament. Once again, we're going to go trips, corner, strike. I'm not going to explain it since I already did. I'm going to talk a little bit more. So, I personally will not put more than 25% of my coins into a particular method or strategy. So that's the most I will put into one particular strategy. Just in case that strategy falls, I don't want to go broke. So here we're going to go trips, tight end, halfback, counter. It's my favorite second down play, where I just bounce this to the outside, take a truck, and we're up to almost midfield. So yeah, so this is going to be a guide that I give you basically we're going to go strong eye twins, PA fullback flat. I'm just going to run it since I already explained it. But yeah, this is going to be a guide that you can once a week usually make somewhere between 15 to 30% profit, depending on how effective you are. And it's really reliable. And I'm not only going to tell you how to do it, but I'm going to tell you why it works. So we're going to go strong eye PA slide here. Last time we hit the deep drag route. This time he's covered, so we're going to hit the fullback in the flat, where we take that up to about the 25-yard line, bringing up a second in inches. So we're going to go with a bunch halfback dive. This is counter formation, but this play can break lower medium counters. It's a lower medium counter, so we are up inside the 15-yard line. Actually, it doesn't even look like it was counter. It was just counter formation. So here we're going to go trips, tight end, PA deep attack. Again, I hit the drag route. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to give you guys. One of one of the things I've been doing to make some coins, and I'll in tomorrow's video kind of show you how it works, because basically today on Tuesday you can only do the first part of it, and you usually have to wait a little bit. So here we got fullback flare from the goal line. This is a lower a medium counter, and guess what, guys? That's why that play is so money. You normally just see it against the goal line coverage, but if you see that 3-4, if it's a critical counter, you can usually at least bullet it away to toss it away and not lose yards. But lower medium counter, you actually have a good chance of actually catching the ball. So we are in for 16 on the day, and we'll go from there. The other thing I'm going to do here, guys, is in addition to the the one coin method that I do talk about at the end of this one. I'm also going to go ahead and look at the next tournament. I am not impressed. It is going to be another noob tournament, and we will talk about why that is. I will probably rehash, since there's so many new subscribers, I will probably put together a guide anyway. It's going to be similar to the collaboration I did with Ducky the Gamer, where I went over some top tournament plays, because this one's so similar. You basically want the one-play bangers and to win on time, because it's only one drive. But here we go with Trips Corner Strike. The flat is open. The deeper ball was open as well, but I'm a fan of, if a guy is completely open, nobody guarding him, just throw it to him. Here we go, Trips tight end halfback counter. It is countered, or counter formation, but we still go ahead and get it. It does not look like it was countered. Next, guys, we're going to go strong IPA fullback flat. Already explained this one, but basically you're looking for either wide receiver or your slot receiver, or your fullback, or I guess, I'm sorry, wide receiver 2 or your fullback. So we take that one in there, and then we're going to go strong IPA slide. You'll notice, guys, when I find a group of plays on drive 1 that is not countered, I keep pounding those drives 2 and 3, because I don't want to risk new plays that are going to potentially be countered. That's something you want to do, and that's why you should always hit the same guy 3 times in LVL, because you learn from your first drive. Now, against top leagues, they will do something called live countering, which I will give a tutorial on at some point this season. Just have to find kind of the right time and right approach to show it to you. Here we go. We take it up to Crabtree. We are up inside the 5. So we broke the counter on fullback flare last time, but it was only a soft counter, so we're going to go at it again. Here it's goal line formation, so it is just an automatic 6 points. And we are going to, once again, flip toss for our final drive here. It is countered since we're up against 3-4, so I am going to wait for that middle linebacker to come to the line. There he goes, and we head to the edge. Unfortunately, we are not getting the block, so I tried to truck. Could not get through, so no perfect day today, just 22. But still feels good to have most of my mojo back at least, as this is 5 straight days with 3 touchdowns, and that was on a higher defense. So let's take a look at the tournament, and then I will talk about my coin guide. So this next tournament here, guys, the rules are basically that we're going to have 1 drive, 4 downs per drive, starting at your own 20, no first downs. Not really a problem, because everybody just bombs it up with the bombs in this tournament. And then, as you can see, you know, I'm still working towards my captain status badge, and I have gotten the Tier 5 rewards every time. And as far as rewards go, I'm taking probably the 50 Madden Mint Daily Pack, the Gold Squad Pack at Tier 2, the Gold Game Plan Pack at Tier 3, probably the Long Shot Training Points for Tier 4, although possibly the linebacker one to throw into Ray Lewis. But no, I really want the Gold Game Plan. That could be a big one. And then for Tier 5, I have not yet decided what I want to do. It's either going to be the 2 times elite training items or the 700 cash. I'm probably going to go with the cash, but yeah, just because Madden cash is something that you can't really get that frequently without buying. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to take in the rewards. Now on to the coin guide, fellas. So this coin method that I'm talking about is dealing specifically with Team of the Week. And I will show you that I have a bunch of elite Team of the Week players that I'm going to show off tomorrow. But here is the method. So when I look at the auction house, there is something that the auction house gets wrong. And what that is cut rate parity. Now here's what I mean by that. When you look through on any day other than the Team of the Week day, which is today, you'll see that gold Team of the Week players, regardless of whether they're the current week or any prior week where they no longer have the boosts, they usually go from somewhere between 20 and 25,000 coins. Okay? And the reason for that is because there are some pretty good Team of the Week bosses that you can build by throwing those guys into the sets. Specifically, Leonard Fournette gave a big bump to the prices because he is an absolutely beastie card for 55 Team of the Week turn-ins. Okay, so if you look at that and you're seeing that the prices are somewhere between 20,000 and 25,000 coins for golds, and you need 55 of them to get the players, and plus if you see like a Fournette in the auction house, he's pretty pricey. Here is how I make my coins. One, when I look at the elite team of the week players, they cut for 10 collectibles. So what that means is that instead of buying gold team of the week players, if you can get one elite for cheaper than you can get 10 golds, the elite is the better way to build that set. You just buy him and cut him for 10. Now, what I've seen and the way that I built my Leonard Fournette was by using this method, but you'll see that any day other than Tuesdays when we have team of the week, you will see that those elites start to get closer to parity. Now, they still don't get to parity. Otherwise, any elite team of the week player would go for 200,000 coins, since golds are going for basically 20,000 at the lowest. So that's where the parity falls apart. Because what you'll see is even on non-Tuesdays, you can usually get your team of the week elites for about 150,000 coins. And that's the equivalent of getting your gold players for 15,000 coins, which is a 25% discount. So that is the way to go. Now, what I do is on team of the week day, that's when there is a flood of supply, because that's when the packs are in store. So I look at it and I say, okay, at a minimum, I know I can comfortably sell very quickly, like within a 4-hour window, I can sell team of the week elites for 150,000 coins. Now, if this is my blow up video and, this gets 100,000 views to see how it works, you should expect to see those prices creep up to 200,000 or even 250,000, because that's what they're worth when you cut them, as far as the cut value of those cards. So what I personally do is I don't want to count on their prices going up, but I know at a minimum I can sell them for 150,000 coins. So what I do on team of the week day is throughout the day, and you'd be surprised at how many opportunities there are. I can usually get 10 or 15 of these guys every Tuesday. I put in a filter to buy any elite team of the week player for 130,000 coins or less. Now, what that does is sometimes I get some, I've gotten some as low as like 80, 90,000. Sometimes I get them for 110. Sometimes I get them for 120. Worst case scenario, I still buy them even at 130,000. And here's why. So if I buy it for 130,000, my worst case scenario is I know I can sell it for 150,000. And if they pick up steam, or if it's a desirable player, potentially even more. But if I sell it for 150,000 and pay the 10% EA tax, I'm still netting, after the auction house fee, 135,000 coins. So if I know that I can make 5,000 coins with basically no risk, with the potential of being able to pick up better snipes, because there is a massive flood throughout the day on Tuesdays of these team of the week elites, that is how I do it. So I will usually take whatever my coin balance is, which at this point, and some of you guys have asked, I got my initial bump of coins by trading in 2 Mutthead credits, okay? And that got me about 2 million coins. I now have roughly about 4 million coins, plus I've done some upgrades to my team. So using these methods over time, which I've kept kind of to myself because 1, I'm not a coin guide. 2, I don't want to steer you in the wrong direction and give you something like some other YouTubers do, where you put a ton of coins into something and then prices fall and you get screwed, for lack of a better way. I don't want to give you something like that, but this is one that I am truly confident and safe in and have been doing for a while, and that's how I turned basically my 2 million coins into 4 million coins over the course of a couple of weeks. So what I will do is I will buy up probably about 10 or 15 of these elite team of the week players on Tuesday. I will usually wait until Thursday or Friday or possibly even the weekend to sell them. And the reason that it's going to work is that they all have the cut rate. So even if it's an 80 elite, crappy team of the week player from the preseason who nobody would use anymore, they still have value because you can cut them for those 10 spots. And that's how I do it. So that is one of several methods. If you like this, I may bring 1 or 2 more. Again, I'm not going to share all of my coin methods, because if everybody uses the same coin method, as you guys have seen, it just creates inflation, it creates a bubble, and whenever you have a bubble, it is bound to pop and prices will come crashing down. And since there is no ability to short sell in Madden Mobile, You older guys who are investment guys like me will probably get that. Everyone else, that's all right. But there's not a way to benefit off prices falling in Madden Mobile like you can in the real world sometimes. But that is my coin method, guys. At least one of them that I use that I will share with you guys. Hopefully a ton of you aren't on Auction House 3, so I don't have so much more competition doing this. But I did want to bring that out to you guys. Again, I'm not going to make full-fledged coin guides. My channel will always be gameplay related, but that is one thing that does help my gameplay, and I have been able to up my team as a result of it. So I hope it works. So if you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hang out with me for a week or two, track your scores, implement the plays, the play calling philosophy, and those kind of things, and I promise your scores will go up. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. And I'll tell you what, I will put a challenge on this one. I will give you another method that I use to make coins. My videos get, somewhere between like 700 and, 1,500 views. If I can get 500 likes, which I know is huge, it's way more than there, but if you guys want my coin methods, slap a like down. If I can get 500 likes on this video, I will make another coin method on how I make coins, and they're not going to be big ones that involve monopolizing the market or anything like that. That's just not my style. I look for safe, smart flips where I can flip players in a matter of a couple of days and make somewhere between 15 to 30% profit. So that's the challenge. 500 likes, which I know is, I don't think you guys can do it, but you guys are an amazing audience. If anybody can, you guys can. So if you want to see what I drop, when I drop it, hit that bell icon. I love you guys. You are the best audience ever. I will see you tomorrow. CHF out.